Ahoy, mechanic crew. Captain Kande here, and today we do something a bit different. I have been writing HFY stories on Reddit, and some of them were rather well liked. So I'm doing a YouTube video on it, or on them, I guess. I don't know if I have the voice for it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Walking into the central chamber of the Galactic Council's meeting hall, where all 527 species leaders would gather when called for an emergency situation, I could feel my legs shaking. My grip on my data pad was weak, and I felt like I would pass out at any moment. There had been bad news given to the Council before. The extragalactic swarm invasion, for example. Or the first Death Worlders to ever be found, who, upon attempting to contact, waged a genocidal war across the galaxy. None of that would compare to the information I had the unfortunate duty to present to the Council today. Every step closer to the primary doors to the chamber, like another step towards my own ending. The sound of each and every one of my steps ringing loudly in my ears. I was panting heavily for breath. I was panting for breath wildly in an attempt to cool my body as it heated up from the fear and the nervousness. When I finally stepped into the council chamber, a whole new wave of fear and panic set in, and my fight response almost went off. Being in the center of a 30-story tall chamber where the most important members of every member species of the council are looking down on you is terrifying. I somehow managed to control myself, though, stepped into the center of the central platform. After a short silence, a speaker came to life, and through it, the head of the council spoke up. Flag Runner Hekesh, for what reason have you summoned the council? And under what flag? Swallowing hard, I managed to choke out an answer. Dear council members, I have gathered you all here for a disaster the likes of which the galaxy has never faced and will never face an equal to in the future. The flag I wave is crimson in color with blacker tones. The worst possible case scenario that has never once been issued since the council's founding 5 millennia ago. There's no easy way to say this, so I'll be blunt. All the council's great efforts have failed. And it is with great fear and distress that I must announce to the council that the humans have successfully started producing nanomachines. The silence in the chamber is deafening, and it stretches on into what feels like the end of time for me as I await a response. Finally, after the long wait, a trembling voice comes out over the speaker. Are you quite certain of this information? You do understand what this would mean for not just the galaxy, but the universe, yes? Head Counselor, I'm afraid that this information is 100% correct, and I have witnessed it firsthand. I witnessed a human artist mold I witnessed a human artist hold out a hand in her palm and carve a rock in mere seconds into an intricate statue of myself, so lifelike I would swear someone made a scaled-down clone. Here, I even brought it with me today as evidence. Saying so, I reached into a pocket on my travel case and pulled out a small, intricate carving of myself. While holding the statue, I started shaking uncontrollably, almost dropping the thing. When a door on the right of the chamber opened up and the head of the council walked out personally to start examining the statue, I jumped so hard I had to scramble to catch it after throwing it into the air. When the head counselor looked at the little figure in my hands, I saw the same fear I was feeling reflected in their eyes. What they said next was barely a whisper, but the hidden microphones picked it up all the same. Activate the Terran event protocol. We all knew this day would come. Let us all just pray that it won't be as bad as we had feared. I'm calling this meeting to an end. Everyone go home and spend time with your loved ones. Resign, if you must, and go to whatever safety procedures you have prepared. I know many of you have personal bunkers in the hearts of paradise worlds where the humans never go. I know even more of you have void skippers with cryopods for your whole family to attempt to flee to the other side of the Great Attractor to get away. I wish you all luck. Oh, and Flag Runner Hakesh. I will be transferring several billion credits to your account. For the service of forewarning the Council on such short notice, you deserve that much. Especially from witnessing this terrifying thing on your own, just to verify it. The mere fact that you are coherent at all is a testament to your willpower. I wish you luck in these coming times of immeasurable strife. Just then, the council room burst open. The door to the council room burst open as the aide of the head counselor scrambled in a screaming madness. He was screaming wildly. Nanotech! The humans have nanomachines! They're in my skin! From there, the aide began to claw at himself, tearing off skin and flesh before a guard jumped on him from behind and put them into a hold for their own safety. Myself and the head counselor let out a breath at the same time, recognizing the fear-induced insanity the aide was suffering from. It was not entirely uncommon in the galactic community. It was similar to the human PTSD, but a touch worse. Honestly, I couldn't blame the poor fool. He'd clearly seen a video of a human using the nanomachines for some project or another and had broken down. This was a disaster of unheard of proportions. It wouldn't be a problem if any other race managed to unlock the technology. In fact, most of the council had nanotechnology for medicine, construction, repair, artistry, and many other fields. The real problem with humans having access to this technology is the fact that humans get bored quickly. Sure, a passionate human in the field or area of work that they love won't typically get bored, but if an artist gets bored, they take on a large project. Normally. Now with nanomachines, a large project might well be sculpting an entire fucking planet. Bored chemist might engineer a fusion reactor for funsies, as the humans say, to synthesize new elements just to experiment with. The root cause of this is the human's accursed adaptability. Worlders had to adapt to so many conditions that would drive 98% of the galaxy extinct all at the same time that they became able to change and adapt their bodies within the span of a lifetime. Naturally, this extended to mental distress as well, because of course it did. So a human exposed to a single stimulus for too long becomes bored with it. After the boredom, if they persist with whatever task it is, they can either grow to become addicted to it or hate it entirely. But most humans, once they become bored, simply seek out other, different stimuli. Bored human with nanotechnology is essentially the beginning of the end. Looking at the screaming, incoherent mess of a sentient in front of me, I have an idea, though, that becomes a conviction in mere moments. Upon deciding, I speak up. Esteemed council, before you flee, I would like to be given authority to all observation and information networks that you all possess. I wish to stay active and catalog all the events that the nanohumans are responsible for. So if, God's willing, the humans eventually go extinct, we can warn all future generations. We don't know if another Hellworld race in the distant future may arise after all. I want to stay to give future generations, after humanity has gotten bored of this galaxy and left, some hope. After a short pause, a green light came on above one of the council members' chambers, and then another, and another. Soon the room was bathed in green, as every council member in the chamber approved my request, probably well on their way out of their chambers. After a few more moments, a ping comes onto my tablet, then another, and another, and another. Hundreds of pings later, I have access to an unbelievable amount of information from hundreds of races. Now, I must set out to my own hidden bunker on a world that's on the brink of being classified as an Eden world, where I could observe and record the humans silently. I already had a series of universal scale drive servers set up there anyway, and 7 lifetimes worth of food and water. End of part 1. If you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe. If you have any criticisms, let me know down below. I know I had to reread a couple parts, but this is my first time reading out loud like this to anyone, essentially. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I might see you in the next one. Bye-bye.